friends, welcome back to another story time with Miss Ashley. And what's your name?
Adam.
Adam. Today we are going to read Daniel Finds a Poem by Micah Archer. Micah Archer is an amazing artist and she's illustrated many books, but this book is extra special because not only is she the illustrator in it, but she's also the author. This is her first book that she wrote. Are you ready?
Yep.
Daniel knows all the rocks, the trees, and the animals in the park. On Monday morning, Daniel sees something new on the park gate, a sign that reads, "Poetry in the Park, Sunday at 6 o'clock." "What is poetry?" Daniel says. He looks up in surprise when he hears spiders say, "To me, poetry is when morning dew glistens." Look at his pretty web and all the colors. On Tuesday, Daniel climbs the old oak tree. He sees Squirrel. "Squirrel, do you know what poetry is?" You want to get down? Bye, Adam.
I didn't know.
Poetry is when crisp leaves crunch, Squirrel tells him. On Wednesday, Daniel calls into Chipmunk's hole. "Chipmunk, can you tell me what poetry is?" Poetry? Poetry is a home with many windows in an old stone wall. On Thursday, Daniel makes a boat with a leaf foresail and watches the wind carry it across the pond. He calls quietly to Frog. "Excuse me, Frog, what is poetry?" "Poetry," says Frog, "is a cool pool to dive into." On Friday, Daniel parts the cattails and finds Turtle. "Hello, Turtle. I have a question. Do you know what poetry is?" "I think poetry is sun-warm sand," Turtle says. On Saturday afternoon, Daniel finds Cricket in the shade of the slide. When the shadows are long, crickets fill the air with music. "Is that poetry to you, Cricket?" "Singing at twilight when the day is done." "Indeed it is, Daniel." That night, moonlight fills Daniel's room. He hears a hoo. Leaning from his window, he calls to Owl. "Owl, what is poetry?" "Oh, poetry. Poetry is bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. Good night, dear Daniel," she whispers and flies off into the night. On Sunday, the sun wakes up Daniel. He is happy when he remembers it's Sunday. "Today is poetry in the park," says Daniel, "and I have a poem." Morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows in the old stone wall. Cool pools to dive into, sun-warm sand to lie in, singing at twilight when the day is done, bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. On the way home, Daniel stops to watch the sunset sky reflecting in the pond. "That looks like poetry to me." "To me too," says Dragonfly. So friends, I want you to think, what is poetry to you? Because poetry to me is looking out a beautiful window on a nice sunny day and seeing all the wonderful things outside, hearing kids laugh. I miss all my friends laughing. That was poetry to me. So friends, thank you for listening. If anybody else would like to read books, United We Read for Kids, Head Start sticks together. I love you, friends. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.